Let me start with a question. Have you ever felt like you had to dim your light so someone else could shine? Or like your happiness had to take a back seat so others could move forward? We've been taught over and over that sacrificing our joy for the sake of others is noble. But here's the truth. Sacrificing your joy doesn't inspire others, it leaves everyone empty. And today we're going to uncover why and how you can shift this mindset for good. You see, joy isn't something that runs out. It's not a currency you trade. It's a source of infinite energy, and the more you live in it, the more it grows, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone radiating joy and thought, wow, they're so selfish? Of course not. You feel drawn to them, inspired. It lifts you up. That's the power of joy. It spreads effortlessly. The opposite is also true. When you give away your joy, thinking it will make someone else happy, you're trying to fill their cup by draining your own. But let me ask you, can an empty candle light another? No. Dimming your light doesn't brighten theirs. It just creates more darkness. As Rumi, the great philosopher, once said, "Be like the sun for grace and mercy. Be like the night to cover others' faults. Be like flowing water for generosity." The sun doesn't dim its light to warm the earth. It shines fully, and in doing so, it gives life to everything around it. Let me make this clearer. There was a man who spent his life doing everything for his family. He worked tirelessly, gave every ounce of his energy, and took pride in the sacrifices he made. But one day, his son looked at him and said, "Dad, why don't you laugh anymore?" That question cut him deeper than any wound ever had. He realized that in his quest to provide happiness for others, he had forgotten how to be happy himself. And the truth is, his family didn't want his sacrifices. They wanted him. They wanted his energy, his presence, his joy. When you sacrifice your joy, you're not giving to others. You're robbing them of the best version of you. The spiritually awakened truth is this: joy is your gift to the world. It's how you show up fully, how you inspire others, how you live in alignment with who you truly are. Neville Goddard once said, "You cannot give what you do not have." And he's right. If you're drained, exhausted, and disconnected from your own joy, how can you expect to uplift anyone else? Real giving doesn't come from sacrifice, it comes from abundance. Here's the thing no one tells you. People don't need your suffering. They need your light. Think of the most inspiring person in your life. Were they dragging themselves through life empty and resentful? No, they were vibrant, alive, joyful. That's what lifts others. Your joy isn't selfish, it's contagious. It sets the tone, the energy for those around you. And it's not just philosophical, science backs this up. Studies on mirror neurons show that humans are deeply influenced by the emotions of those around them. Your joy creates a ripple effect. When you're happy, you don't just feel good, you make others feel good too. But let's get real for a second. Letting go of this sacrifice equals love mindset isn't easy. Society has trained us to believe that selflessness means giving up our needs. It's seen as noble, even heroic. But the spiritual truth is this: selflessness doesn't mean abandoning yourself. It means showing up as your fullest, most joyful self so you can truly serve others. Let me give you an example. There was a woman who constantly put others first. Her friends, her family, even strangers. She gave and gave until she had nothing left. One day, she collapsed in exhaustion, unable to keep going. And you know what happened? The people she had sacrificed for couldn't help her because she had taught them to take, not to give. Her joyless giving had created dependence, not connection. When she finally began prioritizing herself, her health, her peace, her happiness, something incredible happened. Her relationships didn't fall apart. They transformed. People respected her more. They showed up for her. And most importantly, she showed up for herself. This isn't about being selfish. It's about understanding that joy is the foundation of everything you give. You can't build a house on a broken foundation, and you can't build meaningful connections from a place of emptiness. Let me share something profound. The universe doesn't reward suffering, it rewards alignment. When you live in joy, you align with the flow of abundance, and that abundance naturally extends to those around you. You don't have to sacrifice to serve. You simply have to shine. Here's what I want you to take away. Your joy is not negotiable. It's not something you trade for someone else's temporary happiness. It's the fire that lights the way, not just for you, but for everyone you touch. So, the next time you feel guilty for choosing joy, remember this: you're not just choosing it for yourself, you're choosing it for the people who need your light. You're choosing it for the world. Rumi said it best: don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. The joy you think you're sacrificing will never return the way you hope. But the joy you cultivate within yourself, it multiplies, it grows, it transforms. Let me leave you with this: you don't have to choose between your happiness and others. That's the illusion. The truth is, when you live in joy, you give others permission to do the same. You create a ripple effect of abundance, peace, and connection.